Hello everyone, in these videos I'm going to show you how to create a full drainage design for a ground floor villa. Our sample here is a very easy and simple project. It's a just ground floor villa with few bedrooms, just few bathrooms, nothing special about it, and there's a septic tank in it, and of course there's future connection for the future government connection with the government drainage. As you can see here, this is the roof plan where there are slopes which will take the rainwater to the pipes which will discharge the rainwater in the ground. And at the end there's a standard sheet I usually put it in most of my projects same without changing it. But here I will explain a little more about it in this project. Okay, let's start by bringing the architecture drawings from the architect. As you can see here, these are the architecture drawings. All the axes were removed and I placed the columns because we need the columns in our design, because sometimes the pipes will be interfacing with the columns itself, so we'll have to remove the pipes because usually for our design always the structure comes first. Unless, of course, in big problems, we can discuss with the structural engineer in order to move some columns, and already I'm a civil engineer. I usually put most of these columns in my structural design. So usually I put them with thinking of the drainage before I place all my columns. But this is something else where we can discuss later. Maybe I will do some videos about designing structural design for a full ground villa or G+1 also. Okay, the first step will be choosing where to place our septic tank. The septic tank usually should be in the near to the road, and in this case our road is in here, and these are neighbor compound walls. Here there is one neighbor project, one neighbor. So it's always preferable to be near the road, of course, for the future connection with the government. But where to choose it, where to put it? We can put it wherever we want in all these areas. But I always prefer to put it under the parking shed. Why I do that? Because let's say if I want to put it here, maybe in the future the client would like to place swimming pool here, like let's say here. So if I placed my septic tank here, which will discharge all my sewage water in the ground here, as you can see for the soakaway. So this area will be destroyed. He can't place any swimming pools, maybe also kitchen blocks. It would not be a great idea to do that. So I always prefer to put it here. Why here also? Because usually he will not place anything near the door. It's not a good idea to put swimming pool here in front of the door, especially in our Arab countries. We don't prefer to do that. Okay, since I placed it here, now the next step will be placing just temporary manholes. I will start placing one manhole here near this washroom. Sorry, by mistake. I need one, and I need one in the corners. Okay, I need one since there's edge here. I'm gonna need one here for the kitchen. Gonna need one for the bath, one for the corner, and again one for these baths, one for this one, and two more to reach the septic tank. And now I'm going to connect them all together with a line, and I'm going to make these properties to be 35, and I prefer to make it red. And of course, before I made all my project 0.005 with a gray color. This is just my method. And here all of them are connected now. But I will just say this again, as I said before, all these manholes may change. I can move them, remove, add more. It's just temporary to know what are we doing. Because now, after starting the design, we will know what's happening. Also the dimensions, to make them a little better. with no like 0.89, 0.9. Like I prefer to make it like just simple numbers, like 2 meter, 3 meter, 10 meters, like this. And also, of course, there are restrictions. The maximum, like here, it's less than 12 meter, but I always prefer to be less than 12. It's up to 15 acceptable here. Okay, the next step will be adding gully traps. Okay, so I need to add gully traps also. I'm going to explain later more about gully traps, why they are needed. But here just I'm going to explain where it's. Okay, I'm gonna go put one near every bathroom or kitchen. One here, one here, one here, one here, let's say, and one here. Now we are ready with the moving inside the bathrooms with floor traps. Sorry, by mistake. I'm gonna start placing floor traps just everywhere I need it. One here, one here, one in the kitchen. Okay, so now I placed floor traps on all the bathrooms. Maybe I forgot these by mistake. I'm just putting them without any order, just like this. I'm just throwing them away. After I start putting the pipes, then I will see what's going to happen. Of course, the floor traps in general, if it's only ground floor, it almost can be placed wherever you want, because there are no restrictions. Like for in ground floors in G+1, sorry, for instance, like in the first floor, you can't place floor traps wherever you want, also pipes wherever you want, because sometimes under the bathroom you will find majlis, living room, whatever you want. So pipes can't be seen there. So you'll have to find somehow, somewhere, to place them where it should be best fitted. But here I'm just throwing them away. Later we will see where they should be put, where the best place to put these floor traps. Okay, so now after I throw them randomly, I will start connecting the wastewater with the floor traps. As you can see here, then the floor trap itself, I prefer this method. You can do whatever you want. Then from the gully trap itself to the manhole. Same method here, but here we do have another method here. I will explain a little more in details later about this. And but as I said before, since it can't be the opposite direction of the flow, it should be, I prefer to keep it like in this method. Also, everything will be explained later more. Don't worry about this stuff. Okay, for here it's almost finished. I prefer to keep for wastewater green, and I always will make for sewage water to be red, with also same 35 thickness layer work. Okay, let's see here. This one is almost ready. I'm going to do the same for everything else. Also, just throwing lines randomly, as I said, because from the beginning you can't know what's right, what's wrong. It's just not that much easy, you know. I'm gonna just from now move this a little. Okay, doing the same here. Also, this is my method. You can do whatever you want. Nothing specific, nothing special about this. Just the easiest way to do it. As I said also before, no layers will be added here to make it as simple as possible for everyone. I'm just throwing lines. So don't think this is not that much professional, but this is the easiest and fastest way. So like from my videos, you can start improving yours. Like when I do one, usually I make it very, very, very good. It takes too much time with me also. But now I have to make it short and easy for everyone. Because not everyone who starts this business starts designing, I mean, is professional. Mostly, as I am seeing, like 50% of them are just fresh graduates who take small projects like this. So everyone should be able to do that, even who don't know anything in AutoCAD. Like, I think my video is easy enough for everyone to do that, even if they don't know anything in AutoCAD. As you can see here also, I'll connect this. There's a special case about this area here later. I will explain a little more about it. Let's make everything green now. And now everything is green. This area also, oh sorry, I forgot this one. This area also, it's not acceptable to be like this much length. There is something called clean out. I'm going to explain a little about later to make it a little better, more beautiful, more arrangeable, more. Now after that, let's connect the sewage water with directly to the manholes, because there is no need for gully trap for it. Directly connect it with the red line. I do it usually with the manhole directly. Also here it's gonna cause a problem. I'm going to explain later about what I'm going to do to solve this problem. Here I'm gonna, you'll start seeing that lines are start crossing each other. It's just also randomly, but everything will be cleared later, don't worry about that. So here all my sewage water also is connected with directly to the manhole. There is no middle connection, which is the gully trap. The gully trap is only for sewer water. I will also explain later about it. But the main purpose for it and for floor trap is for ventilation, and not ventilation, sorry, for smell. So that smell will not come back to the bathroom. It's like just like a shield, especially floor trap, to